dear participants from Russia, Australia, Denmark, and Portugal Seeds for the Future program. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to the closing ceremony of Huawei Seeds for the Future program. My name is Jelly Xiong. I am glad to be here with you today and to host this closing ceremony. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for kindly accepting our invitation to come into this closing ceremony. And I would like to introduce all the guests today to you. They are Mr. Chris Yost, Council of Political and Economic of Australia Consulate General. Welcome you. Dr. Susie Robinson, Director of International and Industry Engagement from Australian Technology Network of Universities. Welcome. Mr. Miguel Frasquillo, President of Agency of Investment and Commercial Internal of Portugal. Welcome. Mr. Alfredo Aspa, Vice President for Huawei Global Public Affairs. Welcome you. Ms. Vivian Zhao, Huawei Global CSR Director. Welcome. At the same time, I would like to extend our sincere congratulations to all of our honorable government guests and top students from Russia, Australia, Denmark, and Portugal for completing Seeds for the Future program. And it's also of great pleasure to see all of you here. Seeds for the Future program is our global corporate social responsibility flagship program. It provides top students and government guests with the opportunity to get valuable experience working under a global business environment. And in addition, during their stay in China, we hope that students and the government guests can experience cross-cultural work practice and Chinese culture also. So today, we are all looking forward to learning more from you and to seeing how you have experienced our program. First, I would like to invite Mr. Alfredo to deliver an opening speech. Let's applause to welcome him.
Well, a lot of music we have in the background. But anyway, I'd like to welcome you all to Huawei today and especially congratulate you, the students, the officials, the guests, for having completed a very successful program. I hope you liked it and enjoyed it. But I also have to congratulate especially Portugal down there because they are the new European football champions. So this is a big feat. I think it's the first time, so congratulate them. This is we see it with thrill. Now, let me tell you a couple of things. I won't be long, but a couple of things about the seeds of the program, of the future program, which you probably don't know. You know the details, but you don't know properly the philosophy behind it. Now, Huawei is a firm believer in ICT as a lever, ICT as an enabler, in ICT as an achiever of competitiveness, of utility, and also sustainable development in the countries. So this is one, but the other one is people. Now we believe ICT also enables people and empowers people to do their own, to magnify their talent. So if you put these two things together, you will see the root of the Seeds for the Future program. And this was how it was originally conceived. And to tell you the truth, we didn't expect it to be so successful. Now, thanks to you, thanks to your uptake, thanks to your welcoming, and thanks to our guests' support, we have been thinking about reinforcing the program and broadening it to other nations. Now, the figures are quite astonishing. We've been done this 2,000 times. That is, 2,000 students have come to us and passed through this course. Isn't that incredible? Now, look at the number of countries that have been represented. It's around 77 up to now, and we've been running with this program for around 3 years. As I say, the support has been so overwhelming that we've been getting more and more requests to broaden the program. And this year, we've been fortunate in having 20 more requests, and we will obviously honor them. Countries like Egypt and Africa and others that would like to come and experience the same thing that you have experienced in this couple of weeks. So I think you've had a good time and you learned a lot. And especially would like to tell you that one of the objectives of the program is to have this multicultural environment in which we can bind together not only today, not only for these past 2 weeks, but also in the future. So we hope that you keep contact with Huawei and with each other as a force for good, and hopefully as ambassadors of Huawei. And you know that you're very welcome to visit us again in the future, whenever you like. So congratulations to you all. Thank you, TAC. I think it's obrigado in Portugal down there. Spasiba in Russian for our Russian colleagues. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a good lunch.
Thank you, Mr. Alfredo.
We would like to also invite to say a few words to a couple of guests, and I'd love to hear afterwards some experiences from our students also. So we have very distinguished guests here today. May I ask Mr. Chris Yost, the Honourable Mr. Chris Yost, the representative of the Australian General Consulate, to come here up with me to say a few words. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Mr. Alfredo.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here today, and it's a great privilege and pleasure to represent the Australian government. It's also great to see so many young people, so many bright young faces in this room, and to know that this is the future of our IT sector. Also, welcome to all of you, but I want to particularly welcome the Australian students here today, and also the representatives from the Australian Technology Network of Universities. It's great to have you all in this amazing city of Shenzhen. Australia has a long-standing relationship with Huawei, which goes back to when the company set up in Australia in 2004. And obviously since that time, Huawei has gone on to become a really important part of Australia's telecommunications infrastructure and the telecommunications sector. I did see a figure recently that an estimated 50% of Australians use a Huawei product of some sort, and I think speaking to Jeremy before, it sounds like it may actually be quite a bit more than that. And obviously that's not something that happened overnight, and is a product of a lot of hard work and a credit to Huawei and Huawei Australia in winning over Australian customers with high quality products and services. Australia has a very competitive ICT sector, and there are many reasons for that, but I think what it really comes down to is our first-class research capabilities and our highly skilled workforce. And of course, you here today, the students, you represent the future of that workforce, so it's really great to see Huawei offering these opportunities to get first-hand experience on the ground here in Shenzhen, and to see what can be done and what is happening in the sector, because it's simply incredible what this city can do. So to the students directly, congratulations on firstly being selected for such a competitive program. I hope this proves to be an eye-opening experience for you, not only in terms of seeing Huawei and Huawei's amazing R&D capabilities, but also in terms of learning more about China, exposing yourself to its culture and its people, and making friendships that you'll carry with you. Because that sense of being able to place your skills in a global context and understanding where it all fits in is really important. Just finally, I hope that while you're here in Shenzhen, you've had an opportunity to absorb and develop a sense of the scale of opportunity that exists here. And I think through, Shenzhen is the place that wrote the script for modern China, and it's actually rewriting that script right now. And Huawei is given you the opportunity to learn about that firsthand, and I think that's an amazing opportunity, and I hope you'll carry that through with you in your careers. So for the rest of the time you have here, enjoy yourselves and keep learning, and best of luck for the future. Thank you.
Now, it is seldom you see in the country that many universities are joining a network. This is the case of Australia, and we have the fortune to have today Dr. Susie Robinson, who is the Director of International Industry Engagement for this Australian Technology Network of Universities, which comprises Curtin University, University of South Australia, RMIT University, University of Technology in Sydney, and Queensland University of Technology. Susie, would you please join me? Thank you.
Thank you very much for the welcome, and hello everybody, and welcome to this lovely room in this amazing company. I represent today the Australian Technology University. Let's see if this works better. As I said, the Australian Technology Network of Universities is a consortium of 5 universities based around Australia, one in each mainland state. They are the technology-intensive, young and innovative universities of Australia, and we've already heard the names of each of them. We've got students from across our network here this week. The universities share a similar culture and ethos, and also pride themselves on their very long-standing and deep connections with industry. A very large proportion of our research income comes directly from industry, and we are always working to identify new opportunities for our students to engage and immerse themselves within industry to immediately apply the real-world element to what they're learning through their university courses. So we've been absolutely delighted to build the relationship with Huawei through the Seeds of the Future program, because it provides that precise opportunity for high-performing students to spend a really valuable period getting genuine insights into how things operate out in the real world, what the challenges are and how they are tackled, particularly in this emerging ICT engineering sector. So I'd like to express my thanks particularly to the Huawei Australia team, who have just been absolutely wonderful to deal with, have been responsive, helpful, and have done everything they can to ensure that we have a terrific participation. Our relationship with them continues to grow. I was very pleased that we had another cohort of students spend last week in Sydney at Huawei's very impressive Innovation Technology Centre, which is a training facility used predominantly by Huawei engineers, but Huawei very kindly made it available to some of our students, again, to see firsthand what some of this very cutting-edge technology looks like, to spend some time with some of Huawei's corporate clients, and think more broadly about what horizons are opening up to them as a result of choosing this sector to work in. And finally, I'd like to say that one of the great advantages for students as they gather together, and in this particular case from across multiple countries, is that as you look around the room at one another, I'm not sure if you've thought about this, but what you're looking at are the future leaders and stars of this sector to come. And I've no doubt that in 10 and 20 and maybe 30 years, you will all come across one another again and again as you rise in your careers, which no doubt you will through your great talents. And I hope that you are now far better prepared to do that through having had some valuable time with Huawei's engineers and educators who are the current stars in this sector. I'd like again to express my great thanks to Huawei as our hosts and wish particularly all the students the very best for their futures. Thank you.
Thank you, Susie. And now we go to the European Football Champions. We have the pleasure of having today with us Mr. Miguel Frasquillo. He's the president of the Agência para o Investimento e Comércio Externo in Portugal, the Portuguese trade agency. Please, Miguel.
Good afternoon, everybody, dear hosts, dear guests, and especially dear students. It is a pleasure and an honor for me to be here in this beautiful city of Shenzhen and in this impressive state-of-the-art campus of Huawei to participate in this event, strengthening the relationship between ICEP, the agency, the Portuguese Trade and Investment Agency, and Huawei, and also strengthening the relationship between Portugal and China, which is so important for us. Let me tell you that Portugal has been improving its competitiveness in the last years due to a lot of an amazing job that the Portuguese people have done and a lot of talent availability, multi-language skills, customer service mindset, strategic location, high quality ICT infrastructure, top of the line logistics, a broad and diverse number of reference institutions, suppliers and companies oriented to R&D and innovation, and a strong new generation of startups, entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurial business. All this contributed to win the organization of the Web Summit. It is coming to Lisbon, for at least for the next 3 years in November, from 7 to 10 November. I hope to see you all there. You're all invited. Australia, Russia, Denmark. Hope to see you there. We are expecting more than 55,000 people in Lisbon for that time. And it is a signal. Lisbon managed to organize it when competing with Paris, Barcelona, Amsterdam, or Berlin. So I believe we have something special, something very different that has attracted investors. And we hope to have an excellent event. Well, Portugal has become one of the most relevant Chinese investment destinations in Europe. And Huawei was a pioneer. Back in 2004, when it was difficult to anticipate the tremendous growth of the bilateral economic relationship and particular Chinese investment in Portugal. The operation of Huawei was strengthened in 2012, and Portugal, being a technology-oriented society, is a good test market for new products. Huawei had the vision to recognize Portugal not only as a potential market for its products, but also as a supplier of talent that could contribute to the development of its technology, to the growth of the company. Huawei is, of course, a reference partner of leading national telecommunications operator and offer a set of telecommunications solutions that contribute to Portugal's good rating in world telecommunications rankings. We at ICEP, we have always been a very strong supporter of Huawei activities in Portugal, and let me tell you that the Portuguese office of Huawei deserves it all. We signed an MOU in 2014, and it is a very special MOU for me because it was the first MOU I signed as president of ICEP, the MOU for the Seeds for the Future program. For this second edition for Portuguese students, Huawei selected 10 students from some of our best engineering colleges in Portugal, Instituto Superior Técnico from Lisbon, Aveiro University, and Leiria Polytechnic Institute. I know you really wanted to be here. I believe you have a tremendous opportunity and 2 wonderful weeks, both in Beijing and in Shenzhen, where you had the opportunity of attending workshops on the latest innovation and technologies, contact local engineers, visit different facilities in this Huawei campus. Seed for the Future is a great program. In the years to come, more engineering students will participate in it. And after graduation, I hope some of you can come back to Huawei and become part of the great company here in Shenzhen or in Portugal. I believe that you can enrich a company like Huawei. You are really the seeds for the future. We strongly believe that there is a great potential for the relationship between Portugal and China and for the companies in what concerns doing more business and promoting investment. And I am confident that Huawei, as a Chinese reference, global reference, will continue to see Portugal as a valuable partner and will strengthen its commitment to our country. As far as ICEP, the agency, is concerned, Huawei can always count on our continued and committed support. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you very much for your attention.
We are now turning to Russia. We have a distinguished guest coming from Russia, Mr. Vitaly Martynov. He's the chief engineer of network security at the Central Bank of Russia, an issue that is increasingly high in the ICT agenda throughout the world. Welcome, Mr. Martynov.
It's a great honor and a great pleasure to be with you today. So, dear colleagues, dear friends, Mr. Harfurdo, all our groups heartily thanks you for the unique experience that we've got while training the course The Seeds for the Future by the Huawei company and Infofont. We learned a lot about China, about people, about traditions, about the culture, about the food. And of course we learned a lot about unique technologies, the information and communication technologies, and the newest developments of the Huawei company in this area. Today in Russia, we have the necessary in the development of such perspective directions such as a smart and safe city, cloud technologies, cyber security, and LTE, so which were successfully implemented by Huawei countries in many countries around the world. The knowledge that we've got will help us in our work in Russia for the development of ICT to reach the better connected world. Especially, we want to say the real things thanks to our guides, Irina, Chris, Nina, Victor, and Yulia, for their amazing programs which they made for us. Thank you so much for their responsibility, for their care and patience. During this trip, we all became good friends, and I hope that our friendship will keep in touch and be improved. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Martynov. Now I see that food has been mentioned, and I see many hungry faces around, but we still have to wait because we want to hear about our dear students and see how they've done. They will tell us some of the experiences. May I welcome Ms. Line Hansen to the stage.
Niemand hao, Wushi Han Lin, Olaitse Dan Mai.
Wow.
Okay, I'll switch to English now. My name is Line Hansen and I'm from the Danish delegation. From Denmark we represent 2 universities, Technical University of Denmark and Aalborg University. Most of us from Denmark have never been to China before. So exploring China and the Chinese culture have been a great experience. And also learning Chinese at BLCU has been very fun and very difficult. Since last Friday, we've been here in Shenzhen and we've been taught the telecommunications. And more important, we have had the opportunity to gain practical experiences through laboratory experiments. This program has given us a great experience in how to actually use the knowledge we already had to solve real-life matters. I think that when being an engineer, it's of great importance to understand and be able to cooperate with people from other backgrounds than your own, because we live in a globalized world. Huawei is a global leader in ICT solutions, and it has been very interesting to explore the exhibition halls and see the innovative solutions to everyday matters. One of the most important things I've learned from this trip is the great importance of my field of engineering, telecommunications. In some way, everybody depends on it. So I'll just say, CC Huawei, thank you so much. This trip has been Fei Chang Hao.
Well, that was a lot of Mandarin, Lisa. Congratulations. In 2 weeks, you will be a very good Mandarin student in the future also. I will turn to our European football champions and representative of student representative of Portugal, Mr. Carlos Ribeiro. Carlos, will you please join me on the stage, please?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to speak with you about opportunities. In truth, we let most of them slip by our hands, whether it's too soon or too early, or it's too much work, or we're too afraid. But if there's a lesson to be learned here, is that we need to step up, we need to take our chances, even if it means traveling all the way across the globe. So I'd like to congratulate all the participants of Huawei Seeds for the Future for their courage and commitment. We stand here before you as different people than we were 2 weeks ago. China taught us that the only limit to spicy food is imagination. China taught us that WeChat can do everything. You can even buy stuff on WeChat. China taught us the amazing capabilities of 5G technologies and what the future beholds regarding communication technologies. And most of all, China taught us that Portugal is the 2016 European football champion. China is a wonderful country, not only for its beautiful monuments and landscapes, but also for their striding cities. Walking in Shenzhen, you can see the foundation for a new building in every block. The pace of growth is incredible. And with the challenges of a growing city flourishes the need for new technologies. With Huawei, we got to learn firsthand how such problems can be addressed. So, on behalf of the Portuguese delegation, I would like to honestly and humbly thank Huawei and everyone else responsible for the Huawei Seeds for the Future program for this incredible opportunity. Thank you. China will be missed.
Thank you so much, Carlos. We have an engineer and a poet here also. It's a great speech. Thank you very much. Now, student representative of Australia, coming from Down Under, Ms. Pauline Yanko. Pauline, will you please join me in the floor? Would you like to speak, both of you? I was calling you afterwards, but please, you're welcome to come both at the same time. Please, go ahead. I must say your name, Major, by Miss Sarah Rich.
Hello everyone. 你们好, I'm Sarah Rich and this is Pauline Hunker. And on behalf of the Australian delegation, I would like to thank Huawei Technologies and the Australian Technology Network of Universities for the amazing opportunity that they have provided us. In specific, I would like to thank Alfredo Acebal, the VP of the Global Government Affairs Department, and Vivian Zhao, Huawei's CSR Director of Global Government Departments. From Australia, Mr. Chris Yost from Australian Consulate General, and Dr. Susie Robinson, Director of International and Industry Management. This has exceeded our expectations. I speak for each and every one of us on how grateful we are for this opportunity that we've had. We've been able to immerse ourselves into the culture and broaden our knowledge on modern China and their technological innovations.
This journey is not only about educational purposes, but rather the bonds and connections we form with one another, with other delegations, Denmark and Portugal, teachers, tour guides, and especially our guardian, our friend Ms. Foni Kembi, who joined us in this trip. During the first half of the program, we attended class at the Beijing Language and Cultural University. There we learned Mandarin and cultural aspects of China, such as painting and calligraphy. This will later be revealed during the presentations. But during the weekend, we got the chance to see Beijing at its finest. We saw the historic sites like the Temple of Heaven and the Forbidden Palace, where we saw the dedication and hard work of Chinese people in ancient times. And this follows through to the modern Chinese culture of building a stronger economic growth through dedication, persistence, and integrity.
These core values that we've learned about throughout the program are illustrated in the history of Huawei Technologies. Their humble climb from a rural-based telecommunications company to a global leading enterprise corporation that now leads the forefront of innovation in ICT. Whilst in Shenzhen, we partook in further learning of culture, history, and Huawei Technologies and their products. The training provided us hands-on experience that is invaluable. We also visited 2 Huawei exhibition halls where we were able to see the implemented technologies and the future technologies that's going to drive our society.
In closing, the Seeds for the Future program has given us a newfound confidence to explore new opportunities, connections, and to grow professionally and personally. We finally would like to acknowledge people who made this possible for us. Lisa Connor for going to each state and personally speaking to us during our interview. Foni Kembi for accompanying us in this trip and going above and beyond for us. The participating universities at the ATN group, RMIT, Curtin, UTS, QUT, UniSA, and the Klontoff Foundation. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pauline and Sarah. Now, the dock is approaching, but we still have a couple of things to go through. Would you please come in? We are in for a group photo now, so if you could put the photos here, right?
Well, we are going to issue the certificate first.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Mr. Alfredo, please stay with me because you are going to issue the certificate to them. Yeah.
Okay, good. Very well. Sorry about that.
First of all, we are going to issue the certificate to Russia students. So, please, the names, please.
Виктория Бондарева. Роман Борисов.
You're welcome.
Please show your certification to the photographer. Shake your hands, please.
Very well. Yeah.
Роман Борисов. Тимур Цицкиридзе. Виталий Мартынов.
Please stand in the center of the stage.
Виталий. Виталий Мартынов. Вячеслав Солдатов.
Maybe you could shake your hands when you take pictures. Congratulations.
Вячеслав Солдатов.
Congratulations.
Максим Козлов. Максим Козлов.
Maxine, congratulations.
Денис. Денис Гначенко.
Dennis, congratulations.
Алексей Игин.
You deserve it.
Алексей Игин. Александр Лутохин.
Alexander, congratulations.
Максим Мальченко.
Good.
Максим Мальченко.
Maxine, congratulations. You're welcome.
May I invite all the Russian guests to come to the stage for a group photo? And let's also invite Miss Vivian Zhao, Miss Li Zhao, and Miss Irina, Miss Chris, Miss Cherry. Stand close to the board, please. Closer to each other. Maybe we can stand in 2 rows. The taller ones in the second row. Show all your beautiful faces. Smile. Let's say Huawei. Well, wonderful. Congratulations for your graduation.
Ты молодец. Нормально? Отлично. Главное, от души.
Next, we are going to issue the certificate to Australian students. All the friend,
Well, congratulations.
Trevor Armstrong,
There you go. Congratulations. I think they want you.
Osman Akilik,
James Fenton, Morgan Pollock, Akansha Bose, Jordan Enslow, Sarah Rich, Grant Kennedy, Pauline Junko, Jack Bryant,
Let's invite Miss Chris Yost, Dr. Susie Robinson, and our Huawei company, as well as guests from Sydney universities, and Miss Vivian Zhao and our Huawei company to the stage for the group photo.
Jeremy, Pauline 都邀请他 Lisa。
Let's stand tightly. One, two, three, say Huawei. Huawei. Well, wonderful. Thank you and congratulations. Thank you. And next, we are going to issue the certificate to Portugal students.
Gabriel Preto. Gabriel Preto.
Shaking your hands when you're taking the pictures.
Rui Lawrence.
Don't be so nervous.
Rui Lawrence.
Congratulations.
Paulo Cardoso. Rodrigo Almeida. Diaz.
Wait.
Okay, Daniel Olin. Carlos Abel. Thomas Chipson.
The group photo. Let's also invite Miss Vivian Zhao, Miss Vera, and Mr. Miguel Frasquillo, Mr. Miguel Malakias, and Mr. William Meng. Please stand in the central of the stage. Let's take the group photo. How about we stand in two rows? Great. Two more. Smile. Let's say Huawei. Really wonderful. Thank you. Congratulations. Next, we're going to issue the certificate to Denmark students.
Rasmus Liborius Broen. Nikolaus Kukos. Claus Michael Øst Lensbøl. Christopher Gordon Clausen. Peter Ilasiak Robald. Frode Mortensen. Pernille Ryberg Bjørnskov. Gabriel Bampo. Rasmus Vestergaard.
Miss Lina Hansen. Now is our group photo time. Please stand in the center of the stage. Let's also invite Miss Sina and Mr. Kim and Miss Vivian. Huawei. That's great.
Oh.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Well, now the duck will arrive, so we all should be very happy. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for your support, and the best of luck in your careers. And remember, stay connected all the time. Thank you. All right, very good. Performance.